Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your September 2021 general readings. We are looking at the first half of September, so from the 1st through the 15th. And this reading is for the fire sign of Leo, our lovely lions. Welcome, everyone. As always, I hope you're all doing well wherever you're at. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this and any of the videos on my YouTube channel. Your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, feedback, comments, those of you who reach out for a personal reading, all welcome. Thank you. So this reading is for Leo for the first 2 weeks of September 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Leo. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for Leo. Of course, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs for additional insight. And if you find that any of the readings resonate with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, you can click on the description link below, that little arrow, which will show you my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. And I do readings full time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So send me a message if you're interested. I'd be happy to hear from you. Okay, Leo. Let's see what the first 2 weeks of September look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale. We begin with your cards flipping all over the place. We begin with the Nine of Swords. Never like to see this card. It's too much obsessive, negative, stressing, worrying, anxiety, sleepless nights, typically over an unknown future, meaning that you don't know how something is going to work out and you're thinking about it in your head, and it's almost always the worst possible outcome. And it doesn't mean that the source of your concern isn't valid, but this is thinking about it too much, obsessively, and typically in a negative way. With the Eight of Swords, feeling like you can't do anything about it. Feeling like this is kind of like future tripping, feeling like something is going to work out in a negative way and that you won't be able to do anything about it. You'll be stuck. Not quite reality based. We have the Seven of Wands, defensive, protective, guarding that which you have a lot invested in. With the Emperor, could be an Aries, another fire sign. An older person, could be a father or a father figure, or an older person, you know, and it could be a partner, love and romance, or a partner of some other kind. This is somebody typically older, of some seniority, status, authority, business making decisions, or being able to be, you know, in a position where they're able to decide because they have the knowledge, experience, and resources to do that. You know, in a courtroom, this would be a judge. In a company, it would be a CEO. It's about being disciplined, accountable, responsible. But I feel like it's actually another specific individual. It might be a fire sign if it's an Aries for some of you. We have the Nine of Wands, the Darkest Before Dawn card, feeling discouraged, feeling perhaps like giving up, but you're very close to the end of what may have been a difficult or challenging cycle. With the Knight of Cups, but there's an offer of love, support, encouragement, help here. Maybe it's wondering if you're going to get the help that you need, or that offer that you want. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Four of Wands, which is a great, happy card. It's typically a card that represents home, friends, and family. Sometimes, you know, celebratory events around home and family, like family reunions, weddings, anniversaries, graduations, you know, preparing. You know, the traditional meaning of the Four of Wands is preparing, or that sense of anticipation and excitement when you're preparing for, you know, an event or a reunion of some kind with friends and family. And I feel like, I mean, we're going to clarify here. Clarify the Four of Wands. I feel like it's something you're planning, something you really want, but for some reason you're afraid that it's not going to work out, or something's going to happen in the middle of it, or it won't be able to go through in some way, and you're just like obsessively worrying about it here. The Eight of Wands with the Four of Wands. Sorry about that. Now, the Eight of Wands is a card about travel, communication. The Eight of Wands is the Eight of Fire. Fire is the element which governs wands, so it's aggressive, action-oriented, sometimes called Cupid's arrows here. Travel, communication, plans about movement or plans about travel. Perhaps you're planning to go on a trip or something like that, and since we're living in a world where COVID has affected every aspect of travel, it might be that you're afraid that your flight's going to get bumped, or that something's going to happen, you won't be able to do this thing. The Lovers, a decision about a relationship or a decision that may affect a relationship. Let's see, the King of Wands, the Emperor, both fire signs attached to him, maybe an Aries, another fire sign. The Empress, so you have the Empress and the Emperor and the Lovers. So this is about a couple. Either it's you and your partner, or it could be about a mother and father, parents. There's some kind of decision here about, again, it feels like for some of you this is travel, plans to travel, to have some kind of reunion or some kind of family thing. That's the whole focus of the first 2 weeks of September, like you're planning to travel, or you're planning this thing. And for some of you, you're planning on, there may be actual physical distance or separation between you and your mate, and like a lot, and you're planning on traveling, but you're perhaps worried that, maybe because of restrictions the way they are, or things constantly fluctuating and changing, that somehow a wrench is going to be put into the works. Or some of you, it might be traveling to see parents, or vice versa. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. It's stress, so much stress over an unknown future, and that you can't do anything about it, which ultimately you can't. I mean, we can only make the plans that we can make to the best of our ability and deal with whatever comes up. The Sun. I actually like seeing the Sun come out for the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, because those are very difficult, challenging cards. These are cards about feeling helpless, feeling like something's not going to work out well, or going to end negatively, or it's going to be really difficult or messed up, and you're stuck. There's nothing you can do about it. Almost a very helpless, futile, fatalistic sort of thing. I actually like seeing the Sun come out, though, because the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot, major arcana card in the tarot, particularly in its ability to influence the other cards in the spread. Just like the real sun does when it comes out, it affects everything. So it shines, it illuminates, it clarifies, it uplifts previously restrictive pressures, and it can help lessen or even negate challenging energy in the cards. So I think Spirit is telling you here, stop worrying so much. It's going to be fine. Whatever happens, you're going to be able to deal with it. I think this is just overthinking and over worrying about something falling apart. Always during a reading. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Strength and the Chariot with defensive energy. So this is someone, and it's clarified by the Emperor. So it looks like this Emperor really wants you to be with him, or, we've got the Emperor twice and the Empress, so there's a couple here. And the Empress is very determined to have what it is he wants to have. Strength and the Chariot. This is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. The Chariot is success on a challenging path, or no matter how difficult it is. This is the energy of somebody who wants to defend, to have the thing, to protect the thing, to have the thing happen, no matter what happens. It's like the Emperor's like, well, we're going to be together, we're going to do this thing, we're going to go off, we're going to have this thing no matter what. We'll deal with whatever we have to, we'll deal with whatever we have to. Clarify the Emperor. The World, successful achievement, the end of the Fool's Path where you start off on a new journey. The Six of Wands, success, triumph, victory after a challenge. Yeah, this is someone, and I feel it's related to this Emperor, whether they're an Aries or a father or your mate. It's like they're determined to have this trip happen, this event happen, to have you guys be together, to have this reunion, to have whatever that Four of Wands is for you. It's a general reading, so it's going to mean different things. Like, no matter what. Like, we're going to make this thing happen. Clarify the Nine of Wands. The Seven of Wands, again, defensive energy. The Three of Cups, sometimes called the party card. This is a card about people coming together and celebrating, people who relate to each other, kind of like your tribe, positive connections in your community. It really feels, Leo, like, at least for some of you, this is like a trip you're planning, and it has to do with reuniting with your partner, or, you know, going to see parents, or vice versa, some mixture of that, some like getting together with friends and family, or being reunited again, but really being concerned about whether or not it's going to go forward because of whatever. I mean, it could be, again, travel restrictions or things always changing in the world we live in right now. Really stressing that something's not going to work out. Now, it could be in another area of life, and it really affects either you and your partner or parents or something like that. Again, the essence of the reading is the same as feeling like something's not going to work out, or being afraid that it's not. But someone here, this Emperor individual, and probably you too, are determined that it's going to work out. No matter what happens, or if you have to change flights, or if you have to take a different route, or if you have to make, you know, it's like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Regardless of what he has to do, or offer, or get help from, this is going to go forward. That's what I'm getting, this very determined energy here. And again, with the Sun, it might be unnecessary worrying, or worrying to a degree that doesn't even match the reality of the situation here. So let's end with any advice or guidance cards from Spirit. But I really feel like Spirit is saying here, look, it's going to work out one way or the other. It's interesting, too, because the 8 and 9 of Swords, you know, the colors are pretty dark, right? Dark, you know, blue, black, and then the sun comes out and sheds light on it. So, yeah. Oops. Final messages for Leo. Judgment, make the decision. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, getting everything that you want. The Four of Wands again, happy home, celebrations. The Ten of Cups, home, family. Yeah, this is Spirit saying, look, you have a choice. You can do this thing or not do this thing. But I feel like they're telling you this is a choice to go after what you want. You've got the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups. This is like one heck of a coming together, party, reunion, wedding, something like that. And it looks like Spirit is telling you to, it's your choice, but to kind of move on and do it. Stop worrying so much, so unnecessarily. Interesting. Okay, Leo, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of September. I hope they were helpful and hopeful. It kind of like Spirit's like saying, look, everything's going to be all right. Just go, do the thing, make the plans, deal with whatever comes up. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. That's really what I'm getting, more of a reassuring sort of energy here. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Okay, Leo. Again, if any of this resonated with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, click on the description link below for contact details. Email me directly at maggie@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you and even more delighted to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the September mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.